Welcome to another Riding WA. What a great show we got lined up for you today. We're heading off to Lanclin for the Lanclin Motorcycle Muster. And Simon?
Yes, I'll be at the final round of the State Road Racing Motorcycle Championships, and I'll be bringing you some of the action from there. Also had a chance to speak to Adrian Metton, the club president, about their upcoming Kings and Stars meeting in November.
First up, we have a quick report from the Noble Falls motocross round of the State Championship.
Round 5 of the State MX Championship was held recently at Noble Falls in Gidgegannup, hosted by the BSA Harley-Davidson Motorcycle Club of WA. Nestled in the hills of the beautiful Avon Valley, approximately 32 kilometres east of Perth, is the Noble Falls motorcycle circuit. The weather gods were smiling down for round 5 of the State MX Championship. The track was in absolutely perfect condition and the riders did not disappoint the crowd. Moto X KTM Racing's Michael Addison from Les Murdy dominated the Pro Open class of the WA State Motocross Championship after taking charge of the penultimate round held at Noble Falls. Michael is the current WA Pro Open champion and had little competition, securing 3 wins from 3 starts and breaking the lap record in the process. "I couldn't ask for better results at Noble Falls," said Addison. "My goal was to go as fast as possible and improve on my speed whilst being consistent, and that's what I achieved."
That was some great action from Noble Falls, where Michael Addison actually took out the whole round. Now we head to the Coastal Motocross Park for the final round of the 2008 State Motocross Championship. Henderson is just outside of Fremantle and the day was absolutely perfect. Welcome to round 6 in the grand final edition of the State Motocross Championships for WA. Just about to get underway for the Pro Open Championship, featuring state champion Michael Addison, Dean Porter and all the young guns in WA motocross sport. With me I've got Adam. He's the team mechanic for Michael Addison, who is the current and will win today the state championship for 2008. Adam, welcome along to Riding WA. I'd like to ask you first of all about the bike. What are the comparisons with a KTM that would come straight off the showroom floor as compared to Michael's bike here today?
Well, the bike's pretty stock really. Basically what we've fitted is an exhaust system which you can buy from the KTM hard parts product range, and it does actually have a couple of fairly trick bits, which are the front forks and the rear shock absorber, which are direct from the factory. Michael's fairly privileged in being able to use those for this year, and they do definitely help in the handling of the bike.
Now, Michael's known as a bit of a whiz in the sand. How do you set up the suspension as far as coming from a hard pack track, which was at Noble Falls recently, to down here at sand?
Basically what we do is, probably the biggest thing is slow down the rebound, which is how fast the rear wheel travels back towards the bike and away from the bike. Basically slow that down and you're pretty much right to go. Stiffen it up maybe a little bit, just make it a little bit harsher for him, but so it doesn't drop down into the hole so much. But other than that, it's pretty much same.
Current state champion for 2008 is Michael Addison for the KTM team. Well done and congratulations, Michael.
Thank you very much.
Now, it's back-to-back championships.
Yeah.
We saw that you finished 7th in the Nationals, and I hear a rumour that you perhaps may not be with the KTM team next year. That's what other journalists have written. What would you like to say to the folks at home that are hearing the same sort of rumours?
Yeah, I guess basically at the moment there's a lot of rumours flying around with all the riders and all the teams. Nothing certain with any of the riders at the moment, so I'm just sort of playing the hurry up and wait game at the moment, and seeing where things take me. I'm really hoping to stay with KTM next year. They're a great bike and a great team, so if I can hopefully stay with them next year, I'd like to move over there and improve my racing and win a championship for them would be the goal.
Now, the distance factor must be a huge problem as far as competing in the Nationals. As I said, you finished 7th. Congratulations on that. Would you consider a permanent move over to the eastern states and sort of leave WA behind, or would you compete in both series?
At this stage I'm looking at moving to Sydney for the series, and probably definitely. Whether I compete back here will be up to KTM, I think. I've basically competed in WA for the fact that I live here and coverage for KTM. But yeah, it definitely makes it hard living on this side and competing on the East Coast. So.
Now, your team is very much, I suppose, concentrated on the family. You've got your brother and your dad. Is there anyone that you want to thank as far as the championship goes?
Yeah, for sure. My brother Adam, he's been my mechanic all year here in WA and on the factory KTM team over east. So without him, I would have really struggled, and I don't think I would have been able to achieve what I have. And my family, obviously, as well, have been a big part in supporting me and helping me do what I want to do and travelling over east. And my girlfriend Andrea, she's been unreal as well, let me go away for weeks on end, and I guess all my sponsors and the team as well.
Well done, Michael. Thanks very much for talking to us on Riding WA. All the best for the future, and hopefully we do see you in the orange for KTM in 2009.
No worries, thank you very much.
Well done.
So we have got one left to go after.
Talking to Honda rider Lewis Kelvin. Lewis, welcome to Riding WA.
Yeah, thanks. It's good to see a new show coming up, and so we can get out and people can see what we're all about.
Thanks very much for the support. Here at Coastal, you look like you're going to take out the championship. Nerves are a little bit on edge. How are you feeling as far as going into the race meeting today?
Yeah, I'm feeling good. I feel confident. I've been riding good this year on the 250, and hopefully I can hold it together and finish up with the championship.
We've got the round coming up for the Supercross with promoted by Chad Reed. I understand that you're competing in that event this year.
Yeah, I am. I've been over training with Chad Reed's father, actually. He's been helping me out. I've been doing a lot of practice, and hopefully I can get some good results in the Super X.
No problems. You are just about to get suited out, ready for the next race. Good luck, and we wish you all the best for not only the rest of this round, but for the next year, 2009 series.
Thanks very much.
Thank you. Talking to James Craig, currently leading the Pro Veteran class here at Coastal Park. Welcome along to Riding WA, James.
Thanks very much.
Now, can you please explain to the people at home, there's Veteran class and Pro Veteran class. You're currently leading in the Pros. What is the difference between both classes?
Yeah, Pro Veteran class is A-grade riders. We're just we're still riding in the Pro Open class. So Pro Veterans is A-grade riders riding the Pro Veteran class, and the Vets class is just a sort of B-grade down. So yeah, Pros, A-grade riders.
Now, the Veteran class is over the age of 35 years for the actual rider, not the motorbikes. You have a look at James's motorbike. Tell us a bit about your bike, James.
Yep, it's a CRF 450, 4-stroke. It's supplied to me by Prestige Honda in Melville. It's just sort of for today we sort of put different tyres on just to set the suspension a bit harder because of the soft sand. The terrain gets really rough and rutted out. So yeah, we just change them around for tracks, and yeah, Thanks, on.
And you're going to be keeping on riding in the Pro Veteran class next year?
I think so, yeah. It should be there for a few more years yet, I hope. So, yeah, looking forward to it.
All the best with the rest of the day, and hopefully we see you at the end of the day with the #1 plate on for Pro Veterans.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, mate.
Thank you.
And right now we've got some action from round 5 of the State Road Racing Championship. It was a great day up there, a bit intermittent on the weather, but still plenty of great racing action. I also had a chance to speak to Adrian Medham, the club president, about the Kings and Stars meeting in November.
November's going to be big for this club, big for this state. International riders, we've got about 8 international riders coming over from the UK, Ireland and New Zealand, and a couple of Aussies from the East Coast, and we're promoting it as the Kings 08, and can't wait. It's probably the first time we've had a serious attempt at an international event since the mid-70s.
Fantastic. Who are some of the big riders coming from overseas?
Oh, we've got Carl Harris, who's just been running a World Supersport bike and is currently in the British Superbikes. We've got Ryan Farquhar running a Kawasaki and British Superbikes. We've got Cameron Donald, he's the Aussie, has won a couple of Isle of Man races this year. Bruce Anstey, the Kiwi, he's also been doing very well at Isle of Man. I think he won a couple of 600 races there. Who else have we got? We've got Michael Laverty, British Superbike. We've got a couple of these names are escaping me now, but Ian Lowry, Northern Ireland British Superbike Championship, and Adrian Coates, British Superbike, and the Henderson R1 Cup. So yeah, star-studded field.
That's quite an impressive lineup of riders.
Yeah, they're not the big names. They're not the Valentino Rossi's and Troy Baylis's and that sort of stuff. But that's a whole nother world. But these blokes are real fast. The Irish road racers are renowned for their aggressive style of riding, and I reckon they're going to do a pretty good job around Barbagallo in November.
I was actually watching the Isle of Man, this year's Isle of Man, yesterday on DVD, and saw quite a lot of those names come up on quite a lot of the podiums. So yeah, it's going to be very exciting to see them on Wanneroo.
Yeah, they're regulars at the Isle of Man and in the British Superbike Series, and I can't wait. I was at the 200th anniversary of the Isle of Man, 200th, hang on, jumping a bit, the 100th,
yeah, someone
last year, and yeah, they're impressive to watch.
Fantastic.
Very impressive.
All right. And what else? Anything else happening over the course of the weekend? Now the racing is 2 days.
It's 3 days. It's pretty much like one of our Australian Superbike Series 3-day event. Practice Friday, practice and some racing on Saturday, and then racing all day Sunday. It also incorporates the final round of the Australian Sidecar Championship. So the Australian Sidecar Champion will be crowned on that weekend. So we're hoping to get about maybe as many as 18 sidecars on the grid.
Wow, that's going to be huge.
Yeah, huge, yeah, really good.
Spectacular to see the sidecars going around.
Yeah, you bet. And it's going to be a family day as well. There's going to be plenty of things to keep the kids entertained, and those that are maybe a little bit distracted by the bikes or whatever, we'll try and entertain them in the pits and show them a good time.
A few Saturdays ago, myself and Keith headed for the seaside town of Lanclin to attend the UFO Motorcycle Muster. and I have with me two of the guys that organise it. We've got Tricky, who's the ugly farmer.
How are you?
I'm well, thank you. And we've got Blackie, the ugly fisherman.
How you doing?
So you guys organising the day?
Yep.
And what have we got on show today?
Well, I'll go first because me and Blackie like to talk over each other.
Alright.
And so what we've got organised today is an event for raising money for local teenagers. We have a youth incentive scheme set up for the UFO. Nice bike, that one. And yeah, we just like to get bikers together, raise a bit of money, have a good time, listen to some music.
Yeah, looks like everyone's having a good time today. We've got some hot rods over there and we'll show you a bit of them later. Blackie, what are you up to today?
Well, we sort of, I'm doing a bit of comparing and everything, and we've got a lot organised. We've got 2 bands, which are all starting to set up shortly.
They're local bands, Perth bands?
No, we've got a band called Stack from Britannia. They're reggae rock, and we've also got Kid Nitro, they're from Perth.
Yep, and Lenny
They'll be up later on. Lenny
formed earlier.
Country singer, he's been on earlier.
And we got Reg Beale up in the lounge up the top there, but we sort of let Reg down a bit because we put him up in the lounge, and guess what? The show's down here. So Reg has been up there singing to himself all morning.
And we've got stuff for the kids over there. We've got the bouncy
we've got the bouncy castles. They've got a bungee run, which will probably be set up a bit later once people get a few in them. That'll be a bit entertaining. Two people tied to a rubber band.
Oh, that
should be fun.
That sounds like good
we've
fun.
We've got heaps of friends here from the Patriots, from the Ulysses, from Ozbike, the New Breed Hot Rod Club. The list goes on. We got 2 hearse over the side here.
And they are the biggest cars you've ever seen.
The blue one, there's only 6 of them in the world, and that's only just come from America. First time on the show anywhere. The white one, it's only just arrived this week. That's how good these guys were for us. The local Lions Club, man, they're just legendary. All the grey hairs that helped us out, all the kids.
Everyone, I'm here with Johnny McManus. G'day Johnny, how you going?
Great, Julie, how are you?
Oh yeah, I'm well, thank you. Now I understand you own the pub, the
yes, I own the Lanclin Beach Hotel, and very proud to be associated with what we consider to be a great community initiative. It's been a fantastic day.
Right. Yeah. Now how did you get involved with the motorcycle run?
Well, the promoters of UFO, who are local identities, approached us about using the venue, and they are providing a pathway for youth within the community to champion their causes. And we're promoting a young lass called Kimberly Thomas, who's an up-and-coming surfer.
Great.
So we saw that as an opportunity to be able to assist in, a scholarship. And also the development of young people in our community.
Right, well, sounds wonderful. Sounds like a really good cause. Youth, great importance. And we're sitting here in the back of a hearse, which is great. Hopefully I've got a long while before I get to one.
Well, I might be a little bit closer at the minute. And having seen some of these bikes get around, it's pretty awesome stuff. Yeah. And we had some fantastic response. I've had, somewhere around 350 bikes turn up, plus the hot rods, and so it's been a really tremendous day, and hopefully nobody will end up in the back of one of these.
No,
Julie.
Hopefully not. Hopefully everyone's keeping themselves together and riding safely around, but looks like a really good day.
Yeah. It has. I think the important thing for us is to get everybody involved in the community, and we've done that. We've got the local Lions Club, and that's been one of the hallmarks of the day, getting everybody involved in something that they can all feel a part of. It's been great. Yeah.
Well, hopefully we'll have a great time. I'm looking forward to having another look around. Thank you so much for your time, Johnny. I really appreciate it.
Thanks very much, Julie.
Okay, cheers.
Now, Gary is the proud owner of this from Ozbike. Hi, Gary. How you doing, mate?
How you going, buddy? Pretty good.
Good, good. Now, can you tell me something about this machine you're sitting on?
It's a 113 cube S&S. Brought it in out of the States, out of Arizona, actually, and handcrafted it all together.
It's absolutely beautiful. Now, I understand you got this for sale.
Yeah, got it for sale. You know, you got to make room. The bike has got room to move over here in WA, so that's why we're here.
So you've come from Eastern States from Sydney to here?
Over to here.
So you've come to take WA by storm?
Yeah, come to take it out, mate. I've got 4 bikes up for sale at the moment, 4 choppers.
Fantastic. Whereabouts are you based?
Sydney, actually.
You're based in Sydney, but here in Perth?
Yeah, over in Perth, yeah. We're looking to move over here, open up a new venture here.
Yeah.
Get the magazine going a bit better, and me personally, I'm looking to open another shop.
Fantastic. Well, we look forward to having you here and seeing a few of these fantastic machines.
Geez, yeah, well, you guys need something different over here in your place.
We do, really, don't we? Yeah, we've got a few places that customise them, but nothing to this degree. It's absolutely beautiful.
Mate, over the Eastern States, you know, the standards are just getting better and better, so we've just got to move up along, you know.
Now, you've won a few prizes, I believe, in the States for various paint jobs and things.
Yeah, over in the States, you know, best road ridden, because this bike gets ridden all the time, you know. So you've just got to be up there with all the others.
Yeah, and you're also in another program, which I believe is shown on Foxtel soon.
Yeah, mate, that'll be up the Australian Biker Build-Off from last year, where we went in with Chopperzilla, but they're painting one of my trikes that we built. Yeah.
Fantastic. Well, we look forward to seeing it all. Let's hope you shake WA up a bit and we get some of these over here.
What did you enjoy about the show, Keith?
I enjoyed the characters. They were amazing characters. They really were. Yeah.
I actually didn't have many expectations. I enjoyed the drive up there while flowers were out. And I actually enjoyed the people and their passion.
Very,
for their
very
cause.
friendly people.
Yeah.
It got you a little bit worried when you turned up and there was a lot of leather jackets around and things like that, but they were just so friendly. They couldn't do enough for us. And the guy who runs the pub up there, of course, Rove's dad.
Yes.
We just thought we'd drop that in. Really nice guy. You had a great time with him.
Oh, he's lovely, really lovely. And
fantastic.
I really enjoyed it. I think they really had passion for what they were doing.
And UFO stands for Ugly
Farmers and
Fishermen.
Fishermen.
Yeah, and a few other things as well.
Indeed.
We'll see you next week.
Cheers.
Thanks for watching Riding WA. We'll be back again next week with the first episode of our Vintage Motorcycle Rally Special from Bunbury in WA. Thanks for watching.